Yes, children. Till yesterday we saw some videos of tsunami. I think you all have seen it. Okay. Now, last lesson we discussed about the waters, how the calamities come, how they destroy the people, the wealth, everything. We were discussing all of waters, isn't it? Now we are going to discuss about how to fly. While flying, what do you see in the from the aeroplane? Let us see. Okay, now from the top, how do you see the city? Okay, now I think you have seen your house or your school from the topper video, isn't it? You have the ad of our school, Annapurna High School. The video is taken from top, whole Mandapeta, and the point of the school, isn't it? So how it looked? How are you feeling? From the earth, let us go from down. When we are on the land, everything will be disturbed. Somewhere, some places trees, somewhere land, empty barren land, and some place buildings. Again, small houses, road, building, plants, trees. All are not in a order. All are disturbed. Okay, so when you see little bit high, from height, you see trees, houses, trees, buildings, trees, buildings, trees, buildings. You climb your upstairs and see, you will know. Okay, then you go little bit height, you see only trees. The buildings will not be seen much. All small buildings will not be seen. All the tall buildings will be seen. You go some more height, everything will be seen like green. You can't see those buildings also, isn't it? As you move from the ground level to the upper level, you see different kinds of scenes, isn't it? So these all will be told in which topic, in which subject, especially the land sides, the area, the water, the buildings, the height, everything in geography, isn't it? In social studies, you know what is history, you know what is civics, you know what is economics. History is about the past, economics is about the profit loss, whatever is going on, the economy, the financial, marginal utility, everything. Then civics is regarding the political parties, government, democracy, everything. But geography tells about the area of the land, water, height, from up how do we see, what do we see, everything. So now this is our lesson about geography lesson. This is the poem in the second unit. After tsunami, you have this poem. Okay, geography lesson. Now children, I want everyone to take your pens and textbooks and sit in front of the video and listen to the video, observe carefully the pronunciation and write the hard words what I am explaining. Okay children, you need to attend one small test after every lesson. From this lesson onwards, I am going to conduct one small test. You need to attend it. Okay, now let us go to the geography lesson. Can you imagine what your city would look like if you saw it from 10,000 feet above the ground? Can you imagine how your city would look like if you see it from 10,000 from the ground, 10,000 feet from the ground level? I told you now only. Once you imagine how the city looks, how your house looks, how your school looks. When you are on the ground, everything will be seen with walls and buildings, everything, windows, everything. When you go little height, you see only the building. When you go some more height, you see only the trees. When you go full trees and small part. Okay, so neatly planned and perfect in proportion, like a geometric design, it would strike you as something very different from what it actually is while you are in the thick of it. When you are in between it, when you are in the ground, you feel something, you feel the atmosphere, you feel the buildings and all in different way. When you see from up, they look in different way, they look very nice, neatly bordered, neatly designed. You see the crops will be all squares, isn't it? When you go in the trains and when you see from top, you see all are in the order, neat. So here also a poet description. Here is a poet's description of just such a few of the city and some questions that come to his mind. Now here our poet, who is our poet? Zulfikar Ghosh. Zulfikar Ghosh is our poet. So I'll explain him about him in the last. Now first let us see what the poet is saying. Our Zulfikar Ghosh is saying, first he was very irritated when he was on the land, when he was moving here and there. He felt why some places are plants, some places are trees, some places are buildings, some place only barren land, some place water. Why everything is disturbed? No plain order. All plants one side, all buildings one side. Not there is no order. Why it is like this? Not planned, haphazard, he felt. But one day he started his journey in the flight. When he was going in the flight, he sat near the window and he observed the scenario, everything. He observed from the window. What did he observe? When the flight is taking off, simply he sat and he saw the city. When the flight is near to the land, very small inches with less gap, less feet. When he saw, he felt that everything is disturbed. Trees, houses, plants, road, everything is disturbed. He felt irritated. Why everything is disturbed? No order, no all houses one side, no all plants one side, no all trees one side, all crops one side. Not like that. All is somewhere plants, somewhere buildings, somewhere roads, like this, like this. Why it is? He felt. Then next, when the plane went little bit height, again he saw from the window. Then everything was looking neat and ordered. Everything is planned. All buildings, all crops one side, all plants one side. Everything it is looking with a neat design. Okay. He felt, oh, from down it is seen like that. When we go from up, it is looking very neat, very nice. The logic of geography. What is the logic of geography here? He felt is where there is water, land, all the people are attracted there. That means the land and water attracted people. So wherever water is there, it is much polluted. That areas are much polluted. And wherever there is land, that areas are also much polluted. Why? He understood why this water, wherever land and wherever water is there, those areas are much polluted. Polluted means more people are living in such places. Where water is there, more people are living. Where land is there, more people are living. Why? First he got confused. He didn't understand. Wherever land and water are there, people are there. Many people are there. Why? Why do they live? Because to survive. They need water to live, to earn their livings. They want to do field work. They want to do any work, whatever work they want to do. Without water, can you stay? Can you do any work without water? No. So they want to survive. People, in order to survive, in order to earn their livelihood, wherever there is water and land, they run. Isn't it? So he understood, yes, wherever there is land and water, people are staying, many people are staying in those places in order to make their living, in order to survive in their life, to make their livelihood. They are living in such places where there is land and where there is water. He understood that point also. Next, again the flight went little more height. From top again he saw. First he saw from less length. Everything was disturbed. Second he saw from little bit height. It was neat. Okay. Next, from third point, what he said is he went again some more height. The flight went some more height. From very top height, he observed that the globe, the earth is round. And 70% of the globe, 70% of the earth is surrounded with water and 30% of the land. He understood that he saw the earth in the form of a blue and green. He found that earth is in two colors. One is blue, one is green. Green is very less, blue is much, very big, vast. That means he understood that most of our land is covered with water. That means 70%, you know children, you already have studied in social studies, it is a GK question. 70% of our land is covered with water and 30% of our land is covered with our land. Okay, in the earth 30% is land and 70% is water. He understood. Now the flight is very height. He understood. He got whatever doubts he got, he solved. But he got another doubt, the fourth doubt. What is the fourth doubt? Okay, land is there, buildings are confused, everything. After going up from down, they see like this. We see from up, the view from up will be very nice. Okay, but why the people on this earth are fighting? God has given everything. God has given land. God has given water. God has given everything for the people. But still, why these people are hating each other? Why are they fighting? He got 4 doubts. All the doubts are cleared. 3 doubts are cleared. 1 doubt is still mystery. He don't understand why nowadays people on the earth are killing each other, hating each other. That was his question. Okay, children, you know why people are hating and killing? Do you know? Let us discuss in the last. Now, first, this is the outline of the poem. What I explained, this is only the summary, isn't it? Now, let us see line by line. Okay, children? Now, when the jet sprang into the sky. First, I read the poem, children. First, you listen carefully. First stanza I am going to read. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned, and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. See here, just I want to explain you the first stanza. When the jet sprang into the sky. See here, when the jet sprang. Sprang means flew. Sprang means flew. Just I want to underline this, children. See here, you note down the points there. Okay. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had, seeing it scaled 6 inches to the mile. That means when the aeroplane is going, now the poet is going into the plane. While he was going into the plane, he saw from the window. Sprang means flew. F-L-E-W. Flew. Okay. What he got it out is when the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. When he was on the earth, he felt everything is disturbed. When he flew in the plane, he understood, yeah, why it is disturbed. He understood and had developed it the way it had. Seeing it scale 6 inches to the mile, he saw from less distance, earth and less, 6 miles. You know the scale reading. You already learned in geography, okay? 6 inches mile, when the flight is, he saw from the window. He got understood, yeah, when I was on the earth, I felt why these buildings are like this, why these plants are like this. But when I saw from top, he got satisfied. Yeah, I understood why they are confused. There seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned, and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. Then he understood. When he went up, he understood. How did he understood? That means man is living according to his own life. If he wants to live under the trees, he lives. He wants to construct the house far from the city, he constructs his own house far from the city. If he wants to live in the city, he lives in the city. Why it is confused? Because the man is living according to his wishes. Okay, so the city is haphazard. He is growing plants and trees according to his wish. Wherever he wants, that means wherever he had his property, he is growing. Somewhere he is constructing buildings, somewhere he is constructing fields and crops and plants. Okay, so the man is living according to his wish. So the city is haphazard. Yeah, sprang means flew. F-L-E-W. Come on, note down, children. Sorry, I'll just tell you the spelling, children. You just note down. Okay, sprang means flew. That means who flew? The jet flew. Inevitability, underline. Inevitability means unavoidable. Okay, haphazard means unplanned, not in order. Okay, yes. So when the jet sprang into the sky, you understood why the cities are in that way. When he flew up only, he came to know that everything is fine. Next, when the, yeah, see children, so you understood the first stanza. Okay, now what are the hard words in this? Sprang. Sprang means flew, F-L-E-W, flew. Inevitability means unavoidable. You should know the spellings also. Haphazard means unplanned. You got that. So what is the first point? What doubt our poet got? Why the land is disturbed? Why everywhere somewhere plants, somewhere trees, like this it is. Okay, he got the idea. How did he come to know that? When he went up, then he found that everything is fine. Okay, now in the next video I'll explain you the remaining stanzas. Okay, bye.